Hey guys, what's going on? Joshua Elder here. Welcome back to the channel. I've got a different kind of video for you guys today. As you can see, I just got my iPhone. I'm in my parents' house and I've been moving boxes for the past 3 days straight. And I haven't showered for about the past 24 hours because I've been moving into my brand new house. Thanks to this affiliate marketing world and thanks to YouTube. So I want to thank you guys personally from the bottom of my heart for supporting me on this journey. And a lot of you guys have been following me for the past 5 years that I've been job free. Actually 4.5 years, almost 5 years I've been job free. And it's because of you guys believing in me, trusting in the process, trusting me as a mentor, trusting me as a coach. I know a lot of you guys that are coming to this video, you're probably brand new and you have no idea who the heck I am. Well, this is a really special video, guys. And I know I'm just shooting it with my iPhone because all of my filming equipment is in the shipping box and it's in storage right now. So we're just gonna keep it raw, real, and uncut. And if you guys are here for the first time, make sure you subscribe to this channel. I'm uploading videos on a weekly and even right now a daily basis showing you how to build a life and business full of freedom, passion, and fulfillment. And we're in a kind of a cool environment here today because this is where it all started. It all started here in my parents' house. As a matter of fact, it started in the basement of this very house when I started shooting, these little grainy, 3 to 4 minute videos and, putting them up on YouTube and making money from them. Somebody with zero experience, somebody that was in $20,000 in debt, a college dropout, somebody that worked in retail for 8 years, being able to go from making roughly 3 to 4 grand a month on a good month to being able to make that within a week and within days and having my yearly income become my monthly income. And that's what I want to talk about to you guys today is I want to walk you through the story, through the process of how I was able to achieve over $90,000 in earnings back in 2016 when I really started grasping the concept of online marketing and understanding what it really took to build a business online. And because I had those 3 big months, it's allowed me to purchase my first house. And you guys are going to see this house later on here in this channel the next few days. I actually close next Wednesday, which is the 18th of April. So I'm gonna take you guys on a little tour. We're gonna go through the house and it's just gonna be fun. We're gonna keep this casual. I wanna keep this conversation sort of, casual with you guys. This is not scripted. You'll notice most of my videos are not scripted. I just wanna keep it raw and uncut and real with you guys and take you guys back 10 years ago when I got started in this industry, when I lived in this very house here. And fortunately, I had parents that were very, very supportive. And one of the first memories that come to mind was back, I believe it was 2007. I decided to come back from Dixie State College, which is down south in southern Utah. And I was playing baseball there and I just got burnt out. And I decided to come back and, they also didn't have the major that I wanted to, go into, the specific field. I wanted to go into medicine. I wanted to be a doctor because, I knew they made a lot of money. So my intentions weren't in the right place. I was young, I was 18, and that was where my interest was at. But then I realized how hard it was, academically. And so what I decided to do is I decided to drop out of college and learn this online marketing thing. It was the best decision that I ever made for me because I don't consider myself smart. I consider myself a very hard worker, somebody that's persistent. I don't think smarts comes like first nature to me, but I'm somebody that will keep going and will keep striving and will stay consistent and persistent until I succeed, right? And that's just my personality. And it's taken me, many, many years to find out what my strengths and what my weaknesses are, through awareness, getting to know myself, getting to know how to set the proper goals for myself, right? So I don't set these high expectations and put pressure on myself and then underperform and then, create an energy where I feel that every time I go for something that I don't achieve it and my confidence goes down. So that's a challenge in itself to master, yourself and master, how you operate, how your mind operates, and be able to use that to your advantage to succeed and sort of hack yourself, right? I don't want to get into too much of the holistic approach to, building a business, but I believe it's, 90% mindset. It's 90% of what you put up here upstairs in your mind that determines the outcome in your life, right? What you feel on the inside will show up on the outside. So I digress. Let me take you back to when, I came back from college. I decided to follow, my friends and do what they were doing. I listened to a lot of my family members too as well. Josh, don't become an entrepreneur. An entrepreneur is just an excuse for somebody that's broke, that doesn't want to work a job. I heard pretty much everything in the book, but I knew in the back of my mind, I started reading books like Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, Secrets of the Millionaire Mind. I started studying the greats, people like Warren Buffett, people that knew how to manage money and people that knew how to make money, right? So I started asking myself, okay, who should I listen to? Should I listen to my family members that don't have the happiness, right? And I'm not talking about all my family members. I'm talking about my extended family because I have a very good family, but we're talking like extended family. They would press their agenda on me because of the way that they were living their life, right? They can only give me advice based off of their experiences. But if they were making $50,000 a year, which is okay, and they're unhappy though, then there's a discrepancy. There's a problem there, right? So it's not about making a lot of money. It's about having the work-life balance and being satisfied and happy with where you're at and wanting to continue to grow, right? So, I started learning all these different things from the right mentors. I started listening to the right people that really had the results that I wanted to have in my life. And you guys will notice I'm not talking about marketing yet, right? I'm still talking about a lot of this personal development. So follow me here because I'm going to get to the juicy stuff that I know a lot of you guys are, looking for. Like, Josh, how did you make $90,000 in 3 months, working online part-time? And how were you able to take that money and purchase a home, right? So, as I started getting into marketing, I got a job at a local jewelry store. I needed to support myself and I needed money to make money. And even before that, I actually went back to college for about a year. And my parents supported me in college. And sadly enough, I hate to admit it, but, I had access to my mom's bank account. And, this is what I did. Instead of paying my tuition for college, I decided to buy my first online marketing course, right? My parents also taught me, they taught me not to steal, but they also taught me that it's better to ask for better to ask for forgiveness than permission sometimes. And that's kind of what I did in this situation. Was I got my first taste in marketing and I bought an online marketing course. It was a search engine optimization course for like $2,000 instead of paying my tuition for school. Well, that came back to haunt me, and that money went to collections. I eventually, it affected my credit and I had to pay that off. So I paid the price for that. But I had a great support system with my parents and with my family. I had a place to stay. They supported my dreams and aspirations. They did think that I was crazy at times, but you guys are going to have people that don't support you. You guys are going to have people that pull you down, right? You're going to have people that while you're trying to grow yourself, while you're trying to climb that ladder of success, they're going to be pulling you back down. But it's up to you to understand that this is a marathon and it's all about building mental strength, right? If you've been working out in the gym for about a month and the muscle's not showing, well, it's probably because you haven't broken down that muscle enough for it to build to a certain point to where you look aesthetically, pleasing to yourself, right? And so it's the same thing with building a business. Mentally, you're going to get broken down, but it's how you build yourself back up, right? It's how you, when you lose money, when you have that campaign that doesn't win, when you get scammed in this space, which has happened to me, that's the reason why I failed for 5 years, is because I joined a lot of opportunities. I wanted to get rich quick, man. But the thing is I was skeptical when a system came across my way that taught me how to do that, you know, so it's like I actually didn't want what I wanted, you know, if that makes sense. So I realized though that success can happen overnight, but it's the work that goes into your business previously before you have that day or before you have that month when you make, you know, $50,000, $100,000 in a month, right? It's like having 52 cards in a deck, and then the first 48 cards are just, you know, they're either cards that don't give you a good hand, or you just keep losing hand after hand, but then you get to those last 4 cards in the deck and you've got 4 aces. You see, you may be in a point in your business where you have those 4 aces. You just don't know that they're going to come to you tomorrow or next week. So I implore you not to quit. And that's what I did. I didn't quit. I made the decision. If it was going to take me 5 years to have my breakthrough and finally make, you know, $30,000 in 1 month and be able to do that consistently over a period of time, guys, it was worth the pain. It was worth the process because the averages, the numbers work themselves out, right? So I wasn't playing to just, you know, make a quick $1,000, $2,000. And if you're in this industry to do that, I wouldn't recommend continuing in this industry. It's not going to happen. You're going to be heartbroken. You're going to be scammed. You're going to lose money. So I want you guys to realize the expectation moving forward, right? Because we can only look back at our experiences to determine what's going to happen in the future, right? And I've been where you're at, and I've also been where you want to be, so I can connect the dots from where I'm at to where you're at. And I can tell you, and if you trust me, if you believe me, right, that it will take work. It will take consistent effort, but you don't have to be smart. You have to be consistent, right? You have to do something every day. You have to put content out. You have to reach out to people, right? You have to love people. You have to want to help people, right? And I was somebody that was introverted when I got into this industry because I tried things like network marketing, and I realized that I had to talk, you know, belly to belly, and I had to do, you know, presentations to really be successful like the gurus. But I didn't want to do that, man. I didn't want to do that. That wasn't me. And so I was able to have my privacy and find my own voice through YouTube videos. And I found that that was my niche, and that worked out for me extremely well, right? I realized the power of the internet and that I could attract people versus hustle people, right? I could attract my target customer and who I wanted. So all these things, I know I'm kind of jumping around a little bit here, but all these things in my brain started adding up. I realized that success was not outside of myself in these different programs, because I realized after joining the 20th program that it wasn't the program's fault I was failing, it was my fault. It was my fault for not staying on track and running one marathon. I was running one marathon one day, another marathon the next day, another marathon the day after that, right? So on and so forth. And so I got distracted by all these different traffic methods, all these different systems. I thought that traffic was as simple as, you know, finding where the buyers were at, finding where the secret sauce, the secret customers were at, and exploiting that specific traffic source. But I realized it was more about branding. It was more about building me, right? And then these income streams, these different programs were a byproduct of the value that I gave to the marketplace. So instead of promoting the product, I started promoting myself, which is why I love YouTube, because it gives you the ability to do that. So after 5 years of struggle, I learned that, and I started creating these little YouTube videos, right? I started using attraction marketing to attract people through the search engine. So when somebody would type in, you know, any search phrase in any niche, right, and my video would rank at the top, they'd click that video and have a link in the description. They'd click that link and they'd go through a sales process. And when they would buy a product, I would get a commission, right? Which is through the process of affiliate marketing. Affiliate marketing is selling somebody else's product and earning a commission from that. So what's so great about affiliate marketing is, you know, somebody else creates the product. Somebody else creates the merchant processing, the sales pages, the email copy, all the technical stuff they take care of. Then all you need to do is send visitors to that already created product and the sales pages of that product. And when somebody bought, you know, you get paid for it. And so that changed my life when I realized, you know, I went from, you know, doing like Google AdSense making pennies when people would click my website to promoting ClickBank products, where I was making $500 a month, then promoting high ticket products, where I was making $2-3 grand a month, and then I was promoting even higher ticket products, and I went from making a few grand to 10 grand a month, and then all of a sudden my income just boosted to 30,000 a month consistently. And this happened for 3 months in 2016, and that just changed the game for me. It helped me realize that there's no extra effort to sell somebody a $10,000 product versus a $250 product. The process may be different, but the experience is very much the same. When I realized that, because going back into the jewelry store, I remember people would walk in and they'd want to buy a $10,000 ring during the holidays, and they'd buy like on the spot in like 10 minutes. And then I'd have people that would walk in and I'd spend an hour with them or 2 hours with them, and they'd buy a $250 ring. That's okay, but it went to show me that there's no extra effort to sell something that's more expensive than something that's less expensive. And I think that that's a misconception. A lot of people think, well, I don't want to promote this product, it's expensive, people won't buy it because I won't buy it, and that's part of the problem, right? If you don't think that a product's worth the value, most likely you're not going to purchase it, and most likely you're not going to be able to demand the prices from other people that are as high as $10,000, $20,000, $30,000. So it took me investing into courses that were $30,000, into mentoring that was a multiple 5 figures, for me to build value myself and realize that I could charge that much. So there was this mental learning curve, this growth process that I went through. And when I finally found the right system promoting the right high ticket products, and I found the right traffic vehicle, right, which is YouTube, that changed my life. But if I would have quit 2 years in, I wouldn't have been able to piece all these pieces together. Now, let me also explain this analogy. Here's the reason why you can succeed very quickly, right, in this industry. We're talking 3 to 6 months. That's no guarantee, right? And results not typical. The income that I've explained in this video is no guarantee of income for you. It took me work to do this. But let me explain to you the iPhone concept, right? Back in 2003, I remember getting a Motorola phone, the flip phone, the Razr, right? And I thought it was just the best thing on earth, right? Because my only reference point with phones, before that, obviously there was like Nokia, Sony Ericsson, there was the big block phones, but the Razr was like the first phone that I thought was just the coolest thing in the world. Okay, sorry about that, you guys. It looks like my iPhone decided to die on me. So what I was saying is, if somebody had never purchased a cell phone previously before the Motorola Razr, and they got that first phone, they really wouldn't have a reference point, and they would sort of be spoiled because they wouldn't realize the features that they had at their disposal of that phone. Now take that same person and put them into today, and they've never bought a cell phone before, once again, and they purchase an iPhone. Now, iPhone has 10 times the power that a Motorola does, a Motorola, Razr does, right? If not more, 100 times, 1,000x, right? But the basis and the principle of what I'm trying to say here is that people are joining systems today and they don't realize how powerful. We're talking marketing systems, affiliate marketing systems, systems that help you make money on the internet. They don't realize how powerful they really are and what they have access to, right? And back when I got started, I didn't have access to the technology and systems that you guys have access to today, right? We didn't have ClickFunnels back then, a funnel building software. We didn't have autoresponder services and SaaS solutions that we have today that allow us just the simplicity to build web pages and make money and build things in minutes, right? And systems that are robust and do all the selling and telling for you that allow you to make the big money, allow you to make the $30,000, the $40,000, $50,000 a month. So it was a combination of all these things, getting access to the right systems, getting access to the right mentors, reading the right books, getting my feet wet, not just dipping my toe in the water, but jumping in head first and being willing to fail, because failure is the best lesson to allow you to get to success. Failure is the prerequisite to success. So if you are afraid to fail, right? If you think that you can just achieve success without failing, you are wrong. Failing also is not a bad thing, right? We get graded in school thinking that if we get a B, a C, a D, you know, maybe an F is not the greatest, but we're always graded in life, and so we're afraid to attempt things because we're afraid of failure. But failure is very, very much a good thing. And I couldn't be where I'm at today unless I failed and failed. I mean, I can't even tell you how many times that I failed, guys. You know, but once I found what worked, and hopefully this video can be the catalyst to help you get to where you want to go a lot faster. You know, instead of learning from your own mistakes, learn from other people's mistakes. That's why you got to read books. That's why you got to watch videos like these. That's why you got to educate yourself, right? So it's a combination of these things, because I often get asked, Josh, how quickly can I succeed? Well, it depends on where your mind's at. It depends on how much you know at this point. It depends on how coachable you're willing to be. But if you're willing to be coachable, if you're willing to follow the rules of this game, this marketing game, and really choose a good quality mentor, somebody like myself or somebody else out there, and be willing to learn everything that you can from them, your life will never be the same. I can promise you that. So with that said, if you would like access, you know, to learn how to build an online business or learn how to take your online business to the next level, if you're somebody that's been struggling for so long and you resonate with this video, you've been through a lot of this stuff, then what I would like for you to do is go ahead and click the link in the description below. That's my top recommended system to date. There's no other marketing training out there on the internet in my 10 years of being online that's as comprehensive and as detailed and as step-by-step as this. You know, this is the same training that's allowing me to have these big months. This mentor of mine I've been following for the past, 5 years, and he's been a huge part of my success. And so I would love to continue to coach you, mentor you, whether it be through these free videos, or if you would like to go a little bit more, in depth, one-on-one in an intimate setting with me, I would also love to help you on that journey. We've got a private mastermind group. We hold weekly calls. You get to talk to me one-on-one. It's a really cool environment. And, I just love helping people break through like I've been able to do. And, this is all where it started, guys. Now, today, I've got my own house. I've got, a great car. I've got an amazing girlfriend. I've got an amazing life. I've got an amazing family. And I couldn't have done it without the support of my family and you guys. You guys may not have a family that's as supportive. And that's why you reach out to mastermind groups. You go to events. You reach out to people like myself so I can lift you up and help you get to, to the peak and the apex of the mountain. So with that said, this is Josh Elder signing off. If you got value from this video, give me a thumbs up, like this video, comment below. What has your biggest struggle been when it comes to building a business, making money online, becoming an entrepreneur? Be honest. Is it relationships? Is it your family? Is it your mentality? What is it? I would love to hear you guys, and I appreciate you. Take care. Have a great day. Check the resources section below for my top recommended system, and we'll see you guys in future videos. Take care.